Hey there, Wargamers, just here on Paint Show. Today, we're going to talk about some channel updates and growth. I'd like to welcome you guys back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. If you're new here, please alpha strike that like, subscribe button. If you're a returning viewer, thank you so much for continuing to help support what I do. That said, today I want to just give you guys a brief update on kind of where the channel is going. I know over the summer, for about 5 weeks or so, we did giveaways every week. We were pushing really hard for content, or for channel development, 5 videos a week for the most part, and doing a bunch of giveaways. So I want to kind of talk about the growth that we got from that. So overall views have gone up pretty well. And one of the things that also went up really good, that was a nice constant, was comments. Even though for the last several weeks we haven't had any giveaways because we were beyond that, still getting lots of comments on videos, which is freaking awesome. I appreciate all that. I did see an influx of some people that were angry that I was doing stuff from the Kickstarter. Nothing I could do about that because I don't control the Kickstarter, but one guy in particular kind of irritated me because he was slinging shade at me for having ads on my videos. Like, I'm trying to make something here. I don't understand why it's such a problem, but and then he seemed to think that CGL just gave me the stuff for free. CGL gives me nothing for free. I pay for all this myself. Some of the stuff that you guys on the channel give me, but like, whatever. So I have to deal with the fact that some people are going to be negative on the internet because it's the internet, but still frustrating because my channel is so small and I try to focus on positivity. But we've had some influx of that, and you can always tell when something like that happens too, or someone's really irritated because I post a thing, because I'll start getting lots of dislikes on the video. I've looked at that too. You shouldn't watch the like to dislike ratio. You guys don't see the dislikes anymore, but I'll see them on my end. I'll see the percentages. And then you can see when, some comment like this happens on the video and someone gets mad, people start disliking. So it's kind of frustrating, especially because, again, I'm just showing off CGL stuff, but I feel like I've been getting hit with dislikes, a lot of it probably because people are just pissed they don't have theirs. And again, there's nothing I have control over with that. And from my videos perspective, I keep telling people, I hope you get it soon. Like, it's not me trying to show off, it's just me trying to show people what is in it. Because if you missed the Kickstarter, you might want to buy it, right? If you got the Kickstarter stuff, you're going to get this stuff anyway. So it is what it is. So that's been a little frustrating. Views have gone kind of up a little bit. Overall subscriptions went up a little bit. Patreon went up a little bit. I'm thinking I went up about $30 on Patreon over 5 weeks. So what does that mean for the channel? So it's not feasible for me to be able to put out 5 videos a week indefinitely. I do not have the time. I'd love to be able to pay an editor and film, but the fact is I just don't have the time or the money to pay someone. I want to do more battle reports. I want to do more painting. I want to do more things. All that takes time and editing, and it's slow. So moving forward, I'm hoping to try and maintain a 2 to 3 video a week. I'd like to get more podcast episodes recorded. Again, it's just been hard, and I'm trying. And for those of you who've been here, I really do appreciate it. You bearing with me, supporting what I do. And if we grow into something great, even more thanks to you guys for sticking it out with me. That said, we probably won't be doing a lot of giveaways anymore. The return on YouTube revenue, which isn't much, and Patreon revenue was basically such that over that 5-week period, the money I invested to do the giveaways, I lost a bunch of money. So any money I made from Patreon over that period of time, the $30 increase, and YouTube revenue basically all went to me paying for shipping and buying the stuff to give away. It is what it is. It's how you try stuff. So a lot of the giveaways, if we do stuff in the future, will probably be materials that are donated to the channel. Gale Force 9's terrain, giving that away because that was free. Gift cards for DRD because I can get those for free because I work here. That kind of stuff. But the frequency with which I will be able to buy Force our faction boxes or excuse me, game boxes, like I did the Game Armor Combat and the beginner box. I bought those, painted them, and gave them away. That's going to be few and far between. I really, really hoped that painting up those 2 boxes and painting them was going to have like a big surge of viewers and excitement and Patreon growth because people would want to see more of that kind of thing. And we didn't. So the paint tutorial was good, and the overall speed painting of those minis was good, but the commensurate growth for the channel wasn't equal, wasn't even close. So doing a tutorial is good, and maybe even doing a giveaway for maybe that mini, or doing a auction or something for that to grow the channel is good. Painting 10 dudes and giving away that across the 2 boxes is just, the time investment was nuts, and then the return was just not there, and I can't afford to do that. So that kind of thing's not going to be happening as much. So yeah, moving forward with the channel, I'm going to be trying to maintain 2 to 3 videos a week if I can, and continue to push for growth. My ultimate goal, as I've been open with you guys for the last probably year, my goal is for Patreon to get to a point where I'm making enough money on Patreon to drop 1 day of work a week, because I'm technically self-employed as an independent contractor with DRD. I get some flexibility with my hours. I would like to work Monday through Thursday or Tuesday through Friday or whatever that day could fluctuate. Dedicate 1 day a week to filming, getting someone out once a week to film, get a bunch of backlogged footage, and then if I can't get someone to come film, edit that day and rotate. If I make enough money off of Patreon, where it's paying for basically me to be able to take 4 days off a month to film, that means I could put out even more content, which means we could start to grow and start to shift the schedule and so forth. That's a lofty goal. We are probably 25% of the way to the goal right now on Patreon. So, but that is where I want to be. And I keep pushing forward with this, and that's what I want to try and do. And as I mentioned before, I also want to try and get different things on the channel. We've got Battletech Alpha Strike. At some point, I'd like to do a little bit of Classic. The videos I've done for Classic get the view numbers, percentages are vastly different. I don't get a lot of views on them, but I wouldn't mind doing more of it. And I want to try and do some Steel Rift. For obvious reasons, because I work at Death Resigns. And I want to get into doing Star Wars Legion, MCP, and maybe Shatterpoint. I got minis for those. I need to get them painted. I want to do more. Battletech's a big focus on the channel, and I think it will continue to be so. But I also want to branch out and do some other things too. I mentioned this before, but just letting you guys know this is what I want. You guys can sound out the comments. Let me know your thoughts and so forth. There's been a few other things that have been happening behind the scenes. You guys will know more going into next year. There are a couple reasons why I also want to branch out and do some more stuff, and it's a difficult topic to talk about. But I am currently battling with the possibility that my event at Nova could be potentially getting encroached upon by someone else, or should I say something else. I don't want to name names, but it's not a person; it's an entity, and I'm really worried about that. I've spoke with Nova. And right now everything seems to be okay, where I should still be able to do Northern Assault 2025. We're pushing for 80 people, 40 tables. That's double this year. We would have had 50-something people this year if they'd given me the space. So we're pushing for it, trying to continue to develop that relationship with Nova and Bobby at Fortress, who does Southern Assault, and continue to have that rapport back and forth. Nova's even open to helping promote Southern Assault so that people go there, and then those people come to Northern Assault. They're open to that. But there is a chance that an entity is trying to push in and take over and edge me out. That has made me anxious more than it needs to. It stressed me out. My whole channel's life right now has been focused on Battletech, and to feel like one of the premier thing every year. That's the thing I do now. It all funnels to that. This last year we dropped the ball, and I didn't get to do the grinder box, painted minis, call to arms like I did the year before. But again, same concept, everything funnels into that. I see the same types of faces every year. Everyone's excited. I get a lot of feedback where people really enjoy these tournaments because of the way they're formatted. I don't get anything for that. I didn't even get any promotional stuff from CGL. I was really hoping I'd get even a thank you. They couldn't even get them to mention my name or mention the event's name, not even mine, the event's name on socials. They couldn't even be bothered to do it. But if the event that I spend all year prepping for, building all of the terrain, painting all the terrain by myself, this is what I do for the community. If that is stripped from me, my focus on Battletech will likely just very drastically change, because I don't want to feel like my investment in this IP has been shit on, if that makes sense. There's also been a question about my status at CSO because of some business partnerships that I've got on my channel. That's also bringing into question some problems with pressure from another entity on what I do here. And I buy all of my Battletech stuff out of my own pocket. I don't get given this, and if I do get given something, it's from Bobby. It's not from the parent company. So there's a couple things in the background that are causing me to want to diversify some of what's on my channel, because my channel benefits CGL so much. And now my channel's not big, but if you were to take my channel and delete it or remove it, it never existed. These are all videos that are free advertising for them, so it's more beneficial for them to exist than for them to not, right? And I spend all the money on it, but to feel like potentially everything I've worked for may be taken away or shifted, pushed away, no one cares. I don't want to feel like I'm continuing to promote their product if I don't matter. So we'll see how that goes, but that's where I want the channel to be going. That is why I'm interested in trying to diversify what we have here, because if those things happen, my interest in Battletech will kind of shift a little bit. So keep an eye on the channel. We'll see how that goes later. This is not exactly what I intended to talk about here, but it's kind of a status update on the channel so you guys know what we're doing and what we're trying to get going. So there we are. I wanted to do some recaps of Nova as well, just haven't got around to it. It's been super busy. So we'll get to that if I can to talk about the list. But again, the focus of this one or this video was to talk about stats of the channel, how the summer growth went, why we are shifting course on giveaway stuff and not doing it the exact same way, and then kind of the future, what the future looks like and where I want to go. So I don't want to end on a super negative note though. I am still trying to do what I do. I still like this. I'm hoping everything works out for the best for everything. I want to see the channel grow. I want to do more Battletech, want to do more games, and hopefully you guys will be along for the ride. So that said, I appreciate everyone who's continued to be here. I appreciate it if you've made it through this video and just listened to me ramble and voice a couple of concerns that I have. You guys are the real OGs that are helping the channel grow, and big pat on the back for you guys who continue to sit here and listen to me ramble, and hopefully I brighten your day with some of the content I put out. That said, that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you again for hanging out with me. I hope that we see this channel continue to grow. And as always, keep painting your models, keep rolling your dice. I will catch you guys next time. If you made it this far, you're probably a viewer that already hits that like button when you see a video come up. You're probably already a subscriber, and you probably jump into the comments down below to help support the channel, to help support that algorithm. But if you're looking for some other ways to help support the channel too, make sure you check the description down below. Maybe you want to pick up some paints from Monument Hobbies. That's my paint of choice. The Pro Acrylic line is chef's kiss, good stuff. Maybe you want to check out some of the offerings from Death Designs, where I work in my day job. We got plenty of 3D printed products, as well as MDF terrain, some of the stuff that I have designed myself and we play with here on the channel. And if you're looking to bolster your Battletech ranks, miniatures, and offerings, make sure you check out Bobby from Fortress Miniatures and Games. He's one of the main supporters of the channel as well, and supporting any of these companies helps support what I do and helps to ensure that I can continue to bring content to all of you. If you want to become a super supporter, I highly recommend you guys check out the Patreon. You guys give that extra little edge to help push more content out, and I really do appreciate that. And my ultimate goal on the channel is to continue to be able to not only put out the content we have now, but to get to a point where you can put out more content later, whether that be battle reports or painting tutorials or just more rambles, anything at all. I'd like to be doing more content for you. This is something that I enjoy. I like being able to cast a light into the darkness to bring a little bit of hobby positivity to all of you and make you feel good, and also enjoy playing games myself. As we do the final sign off here though, I do want to go ahead and switch on over and do the scroll of awesome to showcase all the Patreon supporters, the super supporters of the channel, to give them some recognition for helping support what I do. Thank you guys so much, and I will catch you guys.